Hello my lovelies, how are you? Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is well. We are, it's blooming cold and it's pouring down out there. It's horrible weather. Really not pleasant. I could do with it being a bit like proper cold though, like winter cold, so I feel a bit more Christmassy. Don't know about you, but I'm still not ready for Christmas, not even slightly. I'm still got presents to buy and all sorts, so I'll get that done at some point over the weekend, I suppose. People are getting what they're getting now. Hi Anne, hi Lindy Lou, hello my darlings, hopefully you're all okay. Right, we've got lots of bits to just very briefly go through quickly before we get started. Hi Helen, hello my love. We're going to do the Advent for today in a moment, but first of all, Sarah and I have spent all day today putting on so much ready-made stuff. Okay, there is a ridiculous amount of stuff in the ready-made section of the website. The stuff literally, it starts from like £2. There are little things there. It's all stuff that's been made for samples for like when we were on Create and Craft and stuff that we don't need anymore. We've put a ridiculous amount of stuff on there, incredibly cheap. They're sort of like £3-4. It's like £3 for a tote bag and stuff. We just need to make some space, frankly. Make some space. There are a couple of quilts on there as well, which obviously are a little bit more expensive, but they're still, you couldn't buy the fabric for what we've put them on for. So if you want any last minute presents, if you order this evening, we would promise to put them in the post first class tomorrow for you, and hopefully they'll get there in time. But there is, there's bottle bags, there's storage, there's table runners, there's placemats, there's tote bags, there's quilts, there's bucket hats, there's so much stuff. Check out the ready-made section, okay? Because there's some absolute bargains, and we promise not to tell that you didn't make them, okay? I hope you. Hi Lynn. I am feeling better, lovely. I'm still not quite there. I'm still a little tired and weary by the end of the day, but I'm feeling so much better. But Rory and Cara and little man have gone down with it now, and my poor little Jonah Benjamin. He's not. He's a typical boy. He is not a good patient. He is driving poor Cara up the wall. It was her birthday yesterday, and she spent the whole day just feeling like death warmed up. So and trying to still be a mum as well. So not good fun. So, but anyway, let's say hello to some other people. Hi Eileen. Hi Joyce. Hi Sarah. Lots. Thank you. I am feeling better, my darling. Definitely feeling better. Nearly there. Nearly back to fighting fit. You might have seen that I did a little live with Janice on Monday about the Liberty Patchwork Collective. There are very few. We may be able to get some more. I need to find out tomorrow how many more we can get. I think there's only about 8 left. So if you did want to join in with the Liberty Patchwork Collective thing, please do grab your pack quickly. What else have I got to say? I know what I've got. Open evening tomorrow. That's the big thing. Open evening. So we're having our Christmas open evening in the shop tomorrow between 6 and 9. There will be drinks. There will be nibbles. There will be a raffle. You can come and have a play on Daphne. There will be 15% off in store on absolutely everything in the shop. And for those of you, if you'd like to come and join us, even if it's just for half an hour, come and say hello. Please do. Carol, are you stocking the fabric for the Liberty thing? No, all the fabric's in the pack, love. That's the fabric you're going to use, is the fabric that's in the pack. If you've bought one, that's what you're going to use. Every pack is completely different. Does that make sense? The pack that you're purchasing, because they're free, but obviously we had to put P&P on them, but the pack that you get will have the fabric you need in it, okay? You can add a little bit of Liberty fabric to it, or you can add embroidery and all that type of stuff, but it's already in the pack. It comes with the fabric you need to use, and every pack is different. Some of them are Tana lawn, some of them are quilting weight cottons. They're all different designs in there. That's what they want you to use, okay? Hi Maria, how are you, lovely? Hi Lynn. Your daughter and family have all got the bug. I know, it's going round, isn't it? It's a nightmare, absolutely nightmare. Everybody seems to be going down with it, but luckily I've got mine out of the way, hopefully. So right, back to Christmas evening. If you are local to us, then please do come over and join us in the shop. We're open from 6 till 9. Right, hang on. Before I go, I'm just going to answer all these questions about the Liberty thing. Lynn, how do you get one? Go onto our website. You can either pop into the shop and pick one up for free, but if you're further afield, you can go onto our website, into fabric, and then into the Liberty section. And there's a item there called Liberty Patchwork Collective Pack, and it's £1, which just covers our P&P. And all the details and all are in there, okay? So, do you go to a shop on the list and pay postage, Carol? No. If you can get to a local shop that is selling one, you can just pop in and pick a pack up, okay? But for those of you who are nowhere near a shop, we've put some of them on the website for you so that you can, people further afield can come and pick one up. Does that make sense, lovely? Yeah, so if you've got a shop right by you, Carol, that you can go and pick one up, Liberty did, I think if you signed up on the email, they send you a list of all the suppliers. If you've got someone local to you that you can pick one up, you could just, there is nowhere local. That's, then Carol, you can get one on our website and you just pay the £1 for the postage and packaging. Okay, there's no other charge for it. It's just £1 on there, love, okay? But yeah, so if you're local to a shop, you can pick up a Liberty pack in store, free of charge. You just pop in, pick one up, take it away with you. If you're not local to any of the shops, either us or any of your local shops, then you can get one on our website, okay? Hopefully that all makes sense, guys, okay? Hi, Ali. You can't come along tomorrow, but I hope you all have a good time in the shop. We are going to do a live from the shop, so you will be able to sort of join in and all virtually. But yeah, if anyone's local, please do come in. There's 15% off in the shop. But for those of you who can't join us, there will be a code going out on our socials, which gives you 15% online as well, okay? That doesn't include classes or the retreat or gift vouchers, I'm afraid, all products, all right? So any other questions about the Liberty? Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Carol, thanks. You've ordered a pack, but you didn't realise it's got the fabric in it, love. That's what you've ordered, basically, is the pack, guys, okay? Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Louise. Hello. Right, let's whip over and get this advent done, and then we can get some sewing done. Right, so this is number 8. Oh, excuse me. Put those ones back in. They've fallen out when I put this in. Number 18. So we've got the box here, and we're just going to give it a quick swizz around. Like that. Make sure we've mixed every bit. We've had so many doublers this year. It's been crazy. Okay, right. Okay, I'm not looking, I promise. I'm going to go to that side there, I think. There we go. We're going to go with, it's a pink 466, and it is Rachel Dowsing. Rachel, so this one's yours, lovely. What have you won? You have won. Number 18 is... You have won some thread magic, okay? That will be coming out to you in the post, lovely. So, Rachel, you're the winner of number 18. So, there we go. Right, okay. Let's get on with some sewing, my darlings. Any other questions there? Oh, there you go. Sarah Jane's put a link up for some bits and pieces. Thank you, bless you. Right, now I did do this demo on Secret Sewing Club 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, because I needed another quick demo. But I thought I'd share it with you again, because this is something you can you will do one of these in about an hour and a half. So if you need a quick present, these are really, really quick to do. I've called them a mug mat. They're quite big for a mug mat. They could be placemats, but you could go and pick up a really nice mug, maybe some like hot chocolates or something, and a little mug mat, and it would be a beautiful, beautiful handmade present. And this will genuinely take no time at all, okay? I'm using, and because I'm using these, I've also reduced these on the website as well. If you look in the Secret Sewing Club section of the website, you will see these. These are the Woodland... Oh, I've got hiccups now. These are the Woodland Winter panels. I've reduced them down to £7 because we haven't got long left and I need to get rid of the last few. So they are down to £7 for a panel. You can see you get 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, and then I've used 2 of them already. And there's a 4, 5, 6, and then you've got this central panel as well. which I think would make a beautiful, beautiful table centre. Okay, but a nice quick, yeah, absolutely quick quilt as well. This would be great for a quick quilt. Hi Joe, hello my lovely. So they're down to £7. They are in black, and if I come back over here, you will see behind me they are also in cream, and we've got just a few of the fat quarter bundles left as well. Okay, so you generally, if you ordered this evening, we'll get it in the post. You could do this like Saturday or Sunday and have a present ready for Christmas for somebody. It's you could even have placemats ready for your Christmas table done in an afternoon. This is so quick to do. All right. So what I've done is I've cut down a piece of wadding, okay, which is what, that's about 14 inches by 11 inches. These are going to end up being, what are they, 12 by 10, but always cut your wadding a little bit bigger, okay? And then I'm just going to put a piece of fabric on the back, whatever you want to use. This could be calico, it could be anything, okay? And just give it a quick spray base, like that, all right? There we go. Spray based it on so that you're quilting at the same time, okay? And then what we're going to do is, now I want mine to sit sort of offset. I want my little main picture to be offset like this. But you could have him dead centre if you wanted and go round. You could have him top left. You can put him wherever you want. But I'm going to put mine down in this bottom corner like this, and I want it about 1.5 inches away from these bottom edges. So just move him just a weeny bit over. There we go. So I want it about 1.5 inches away. There we go. So that's 1.5 inches away that way. Now 1.5 inches that way. Okay. Just because I like that design. You could play around with this though, guys. Okay. I mean, this doesn't have to be a panel. This could be fabrics you've already got in your stash, and this is just a focal fabric. It doesn't have to be square. Say this was just a pretty fabric like this that you wanted to use. You could fussy cut this, and you could do them on the diamond like that. And we could do the exact same method, okay, as we're going to do now. But because I'm going to make a little pair, and I'm going to give this away to a friend, I'm going to make just this little pair, so I'm going to do them the same. Are you using heat resistant wadding or just normal wadding? I am using just normal wadding, lovely. You could absolutely use Insulbright or heat resistant wadding if you wanted to. If you're going to put like really hot things on, like, you know, your casserole dishes on your table and stuff, then I would probably use heat resistant. But just an 80-20 wadding, just if you're just going to put a mug and if you're using it as a mug rug or mug mat, where you're just going to put your mug of coffee on it, and it's a glorified coaster, isn't it? And maybe a plate where your bic is or whatever, then it doesn't need to be overly heat resistant. Okay, this is it's slightly more decorative, if you see what I mean. So first things first, more so because I want it to match this one, I'm going to cut a couple more strips of this. Okay, so I want this, I'm just going to give it a quick eye, and I just realised I didn't cut the 1.5 inch strips. So these were the fat quarter bundle, which went with the panel. Okay, there are, like I said, I think there's only about 4 left, but there are a couple left of those as well. Right, rotary cutter, what have we done with it? There it is there. Couldn't find it for looking. So I just want to cut myself some 1.5 inch strips. Okay. Ooh, well, I would if I could actually cut straight tonight. There we go, that way. And then I'm going to turn it and just remeasure that up. So, yeah, I mean, heat resistant wadding is fantastic for placemats and table runners and stuff like that. Oh my God, I can't cut straight tonight. Going all off on a wonk. But for something like a little mug rug, you don't need to. If you haven't got heat resistant wadding, you could put 2 layers of wadding on. Maria, you don't need insulation for a glass gin. You do not, absolutely, my love. You can do it for trays as well. Yeah, Joyce, that's a nice idea. You could absolutely do it for, to put on a tray as well. That would be lovely, just to pretty it up, wouldn't it? Yeah, I like that idea. What we're going to do now is we're going to just start by adding on, let me just square that up a bit. There we go. If you want to spray base this, you can. You don't need to, but it just helps hold it in place for a second, or put some pins through. And I'm going to cut a piece. Now, I cut my piece here, it's 7 inches, okay? Because that's kind of what the panel worked it out at, works as. It can be any size really. If you've got a focal fabric that you want a smaller picture, cut it smaller and you'll just do more strips, okay? But like I said, I did do this very quickly on Secret Sewing Club the other day, but some of you didn't get to watch that, so I thought I've got to make another one, so we'll do it again. Hi Jackie, how are you, lovely? Oh, that sneezing was just me and my silly nose, love, but I do feel a lot better, thank you. I've got them right sides together, and because I'm going through wadding, I know I'm not a pinner normally, I would pin this, because you've got 3 layers to go, well, more than that, 1, 2, you've got 4 layers to go through, and you don't want the fabric to walk too much, okay? So I'm going to pin that down, and I'm going to stitch down 1/4 of an inch, okay? Over to the machine, there we go. You bought this panel, glad to watch again. Oh, fabulous, Carol. Oh, see, I thought I was organised and I'm really not. Let me just swap my foot over. Let's get the 1/4 inch foot on. It doesn't have to be a 1/4 inch, but I've worn my sizings out with a 1/4 inch, so I really do want the 1/4 inch on, don't I? And then change the foot over to 90D. Where is it? Come on. All the way to the bottom, and there we go. Okay, little tip as well, because you are quilted tube go in, if you drop your needle in, hold on to that top thread and bring your needle back up, you'll get that bobbin thread. Can you see bobbin thread? Just pull that up, okay, and you won't get any nasty little knots in the back. Then all of the threads will be hidden inside.
Sorry, I know you're live.
Sorry, lovely. Yeah.
Sorry, I know you're live. Do you want 2 or 3 pork chops?
Oh, God, like 2, love, maximum, yeah.
Then it'll be in the oven.
Thank you, darling. Cheers. Oh, Josh was just saying my tea was ready. He's going to leave it in the oven for me. He said, do you want 2 or 3 pork chops? I don't want 3 pork chops. My God. It'd be the size of a house. Here we go. All the way down like that. And stop there. There we go. Cut my thread. Hi Marlene, how are you, lovely? Oh, back over here. Hi Susan, how are you, love? Oh, good. I am feeling so much better. I really am. I feel like a normal human being now. Okay, so I've just stitched a 1/4 inch along there. Okay, and then we're just going to gently finger press that out. Now, I wouldn't iron. Well, you can, but make sure you don't go anywhere near the wadding. Okay, just give it a quick press. A magic seam wand is really good at this point, okay? You don't want a hot iron. I've said it, I know I've told you loads, but don't put a hot iron on your wadding. You can absolutely stretch that then, and it's, you just don't want that. You don't want it to be stretched out of whack, okay? Like that. So this is, remember, super simple, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put same colour along the bottom. Now, it doesn't matter that this is a look, can you see here, this is a bit bigger. I wouldn't worry about that. I'm just going to leave it in there, okay? Sarah, where can you get the panel, please? If you go onto our website, lovely, onto www.whitegeckocraftlounge.co.uk, into the shop section, and then into fabric, there's a section there that's actually called Secret Sewing Club, and all of the panels are in that section. Okay, they are in other places on the website, but that's the easiest place I can tell you to find them, okay? If Sarah Jane's there, maybe Sarah can put a little link up. I don't know if she's still there. Eileen, that was a man-sized meal. It really was, wasn't it? I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. What I'm going to do now then is just stitch all the way along there, okay? Again, 1/4 of an inch, making sure that I go over this little piece here. Ignore this little bit of overlap. It won't hurt, okay? You can trim it off if you want, but it really won't hurt, all right? Sandra, you've had the lurgy for 3 weeks and just started to feel human again. Oh, absolutely, hun. I was out of the shop for 2 weeks. Oh, I didn't bring my thread up, never mind. I did the shop for 2 weeks, And even last week, which was like the third week, I still wasn't feeling right. It's only really this week, which is like week 4, that I felt myself again. So yeah, I feel your pain, honey. It's not been a pleasant one, has it? It really hasn't. There we go. So get to there. And we're just going to keep working like this, okay? So you might need to talk to me for a bit because you're going to get very bored. I'll put a few more on, and then what I'll do is I'll go through binding this one, okay, with you. Now, I'm sure you can all do binding, but it's always nice to have a little reminder. If I'm hoping Sarah's still watching, she can put oh, there you go, Sarah, perfect, right on time. She's put a little link up to the panels for you. So I'm going to now go with the green one. So I've gone with a different one from the Fat Quarter Bundle. These could be any fabrics though, okay? So this doesn't have to be Christmassy. If you've got some, maybe you've got like a sewing range of fabrics and you think, oh, right, okay, oh, no, sorry, let me go to the top. I'm going to go clockwise round, so I'm going to go up the side next, okay? You don't have to make this Christmassy. It could be just, for somebody's craft room. Maybe maybe they're lucky enough to have a craft room, and you're going to do something cute in a sewing fabric for them. Or maybe they really love dogs or cats or something, and you've got some cute fabric there. Any fabrics at all. I'm just, like I said, using these ones up because I did start the panel, so I thought I might as well finish it. You're rubbish at binding, Ed. Oh, don't worry, my lovely. We will show you binding. I'll do binding with you, okay? 1/4 inch up there, and then I'm going to come along here. All right. So I used to be very, what's the word? Evangelical about binding, about making sure you hand stitched on the back and all that type of thing, but frankly life's too short sometimes. Now if I'm doing a really beautiful quilt and I've spent hours and hours and hours on it, I will absolutely still hand stitch my binding. If I'm doing something like this that's going to be thrown in the washing machine loads and all the rest of it, I'm going to do it all on the machine. I'm going to show you how to do it on the machine, okay? And then we're going to go round like that. So we're going to add that on there, like that. And just chop that bit off there. I'm not really measuring. It doesn't really matter, okay? And we're going to stitch along there. Okay, like that and like that. So along that one now. And we'll put a couple more on just to give you the idea, and then I'm going to show you the binding. Right, I'm going to remember this time. Did I press number 4? I can't remember. There we go. I'm going to remember this time to bring my thread up. There we go. Pull that thread up. There we go. It just stops lots of little messes on the back. Sometimes you get that horrible little mess. Go all the way down. I did up my stitch length as well. I'm working on 3 instead of like 2.5, which is where I normally did. Okay, so back over here. Susan, what's that? You've just given me an idea because you've had a stained glass sewing machine panel by Hayley Smith. Oh, fabulous. Yeah, that would work. Something like this. Yeah, why not? Because a lot of her panels have got those lovely little squares in them, haven't they? You've got like the cushion ones. In fact, I've got one here somewhere that I bought my mum. My mum's not watching, so it's okay. But yeah, this was, my mother's obsessed with turtles. So I bought this one because my mum's a sewer as well. So I bought this so that she could make some cushions. But you've got those really cute little, she always puts the little ones on the side. That would work beautifully with these, with this sort of mug rug type idea, isn't it? Is there a trick to catching the binding behind when using the machine? Yes, there is, lovely. I'm going to show you in a minute. You just use a bit thicker, bigger binding, basically. That's what I do, but I'll show you in a moment. So then you would just carry on building this up. Now, I want this to be the edge one because I want this to be sat like this. So I would then just, once I've gone all the way around, I'm just going to go left, top, left, top, left, top each time. So I'm going to add that one on like that. Let's just put this one on real quick. In fact, I'll just take that one with me to the machine and we'll put these 2 on, and then you can see how quickly they come together. So back over we go. I'm not going to even pin this one this time. I'm just going to go for it. There we go. Down there. You could absolutely add more quilting on if you wanted to as well. Okay, you don't have to, because you are, as I'm doing this piece of piecing, I'm actually quilting as well on the back, so you don't have to in the slightest. But if you wanted to, you could then add more quilting on the top. Doesn't need it though if you don't want to. And then that one is going to go on like that. So just again, got that needle in, bring that bobbin thread up, needle back down, and away we go again. So who's going to come and join us? Is anybody who's local going to come and join us for the open evening tomorrow night? Like I said, it would be really lovely to see you all. It's, you know, a way for us to just all get together, have a bit of a chat. There will be soft drinks and tea and coffee, as well as maybe some fizz. I know Annie said she's going to make some cake, so there's going to be fresh cake, as well as lots of different nibbles and stuff. So here we go. And like that, okay, and you can make these as big and small as you want, you know. You can adapt them to whatever size you've got. You know, maybe you've got, like Joyce was saying, a tray that you want to put this on the bottom of the tray and stuff. You're joined virtually. Ah, thanks, lovely, that would be lush. And then you see I would then add in another one, so that's as tall as I want it to be. I don't want it to go on anymore, so then I would just add on my other strips along here like that, just to make it long enough to get to the size I want, just by stitching and flipping. Okay, you've done all your quilting on the back. Okay, so if you have got any little bits, just bury those ends and then trim it up to whatever size you want. Now, like I said, I made mine 12 by 10. So, Anne, you're going to be there. Yay! Of course you're going to be there, my darling. Wouldn't be a Christmas open evening without you. Okay, so binding on your machine for quickness. Now, I'm going to bind it in... Should I bind it in the black? Don't know if I want to bind it in the black. I want to bind it in the red. No. What else have I got here? Hang on 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I might bind it in the green, actually. What do we think? Should I bind it in the green? Is that too much? Or more? I think actually this red. This red. This red. Now, if I'm going to bind on the machine, normally with binding, you would cut 2.5 inch strips, wouldn't you? Now, when I'm binding on the machine, I absolutely cheat. It's not cheating. It's just a different way of doing it, I suppose. I cut 3 inch. Okay, I cut 3 inch strips. I find it a lot easier. It means when you're sewing, you will definitely catch on the back. So I'm going to cut some 3 inch strips. Okay, like that, and cut down to 3 there, like that. Let's have a little look. Now, is that going to be enough to go all the way round? Oh, I don't think so. I think I'm going to need 3 strips, which is slightly annoying. Oh yeah, 3 strips just for that bit, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's cut another one. There we go. Let's cut one more. What I would do is I'd do all my binding in one go, so I'm not wasting any. Okay, so I'd cut more than this for my binding. Now, you can join these. For those of us far away, what sort of time do you expect to go live? Probably about 7 o'clock, lovely, I will go live. And we'll do a little walk around the shop. We'll let people know what's going on. We'll show you some new products. We've had loads of new stuff come in, so I will show you some new stuff as well. Okay, now you can absolutely, on something like a placemat, just straight join this. Okay, you can just stitch all the way down like that and join your binding strips that way. Or if you want to, if we're doing a binding tutorial, we can do them diagonally. So first one face up, next one goes face down, right sides together like that, and line up those edges. You're going to make a little mark, diagonal line across like that. Now, if you want to be really scientific with this, you can actually use your 45-degree line on your ruler like that, and put your 45-degree line along the bottom edge. Put the very edge of your ruler on the corner here. Once you've done it a lot, you know, when you've done it a few times, you can kind of eyeball this. But if you want to be, you know, a good girl or boy, do it like this. And we're going to stitch up that line, okay? Where am I? Back over to here. Sorry, my lovelies. And Lynn, you've just placed an order and got the Liberty bundle. You know you're hopeless. Oh, don't worry, lovely. If you put an order in for the Liberty bundle now, but in the postage put click and collect, we'll combine the orders for you, lovely. Okay, we'll combine the orders all the way down like that. Okay, there we go. You like the hand binding too, so not weird. No, I do really actually enjoy it. It's a very therapeutic thing, I think, doing the hand binding, and I've always done it, and I still do it, but on something small like this, I tend to, for quickness, and I've dabbed my rotary cutter down. I'm going to trim that off then at 1/4 inch. Okay. And this is one of the few times that I actually iron my seam open as well because of the bulk. After watching you do this on Secret Sewing Club, you tried this and made 2 for Christmas presents. Ah, fabulous. Oh, that's really great. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that you watched for a start, and I love that you actually made something. That's really cool. There we go. So I do like to iron my binding seams open. Okay, I just think it sits nicer. I'm not going to put the other one on for now. I'm going to just fold this in half. And we're going to iron this. Okay, and I'm going to show you a little trick at the beginning of your binding. Oh, I'm going to have to put the other one on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to do this one because I can't show you how to finish the binding otherwise. There we go. So just real quick, there we go. Just put this one on as well. And then I want to show you the whole thing. Over we go. So talk to me, my darlings, while I'm just doing this a minute. Who's ready for Christmas? Who's still got lots to do, like me? Are you at home for Christmas? Are you going to family? Are you doing a Friendsmas? What are you all doing? I'll do the same for the panel of the Secret Sewing Club. Forgot to order. Oh. That's all right, lovely. There's more panels still available, love. Okay, let me just get rid of that bit there. I'm being seen very lackadaisical now, aren't I? Not even bothering to measure. I'm just whipping that off, and then again just iron that one open. Okay, right. Well, you are going to have to talk to me now because I've just got to iron all this whole binding in half. Okay, so just wrong sides together and give it a really, really good press. I think the crisper this seam is, the better your binding works. Okay. So who's ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for Father Christmas to come? I did see little Jonah Benjamin yesterday. My poor little sausage man. He's very, even though he's poorly, he's still so excited for Christmas. I saw him, he's like, in between his coughing and shivering, bless him. He's just like, oh, Granny, it's only 8 sleeps. It's only 8 sleeps till Father Christmas comes. He's so excited, love him. There we go. Okay. And all the way down. All the way down. Right. Okay, binding. Now, I like to start on a short edge. Again, this is just personal preference. You don't have to do this, okay? And I'm going to put it, I attach it, even on the machine, I still attach it on the front and fold through, okay, that way. A lot of people will attach to the back and fold through and then attach on the front. Again, it's personal preference. It really doesn't matter which way you do this. I'm just going to go with the way that I like to do it, okay? So I'm going to, because I've joined diagonally, first thing I'm going to do is just open this binding out at the start. I'm going to flip it over to give myself not a raw edge like that, okay? And then on the bit that's going to be down against the work, okay, so this piece, I'm going to fold that over on a diagonal as well, okay, like that, and press that well. Really press it really well so you've got a nice, neat edge, okay, so that when that's over, you'll get a diagonal join on the front the same as all the others, okay. You haven't done your food shopping yet. No, I don't do the food shopping anyway. Phil do that, okay. What I'm going to do then, to start with, again, this is a little trick I learned quite recently. So I'm going to open it out and I'm going to start stitching on the machine about here. So 1/4 of an inch on the machine here. And I'm just going to stitch the beginning bit down, okay. And then I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to come down about 4 inches, just stitching the front bit without stitching this bit, all right? So I'm going to give myself a little pin there just to remind myself to stop. I'm going to do this little bit first. So, you can't find it and you don't want to lose you on the iPad. Oh, don't worry, lovely. Have a little look. Honestly, we're not going to be packing them until like 10 o'clock tomorrow, so you've got time to have a little look afterwards, babes, okay? So I'm just going to stitch this down first. 1/4 of an inch, like that, to my pin, and then just back stitch. Oh, back stitch a little bit, and break my thread. I'm going to stay on this machine, this camera now. Okay, you're ready for Christmas now. Ready for some relaxation before the big day. Oh, good girl, Leslie. I'm impressed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over the binding like that. Can you see? Okay. And I'm going to start stitching about here. So I'm leaving this bit flapping at the moment. So basically just before, so I finished here with my first bit of stitching. I'm going to go up about 1/2 an inch and I'm going to start stitching my double bit there. Okay. Now line all the raw edges up together, 1/4 of an inch, and away we go. Now I'm going to feel for where the corner is, which is just here. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. Sorry. It's really dark. I've tried to put extra lights in, but it just doesn't seem to be working. Let me move that light, see if it works. I'm going to stop stitching 1/4 inch away from the corner. Okay, so to there. Needle down and then turn like that so that the needle is now, so here's the corner here. Okay, I'm going to stitch off the corner. Joyce, you're having, I'm having family. One doing the bird, the other doing the pudding. I'm on the rest. That sounds brilliant, lovely. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I call it the boomerang. Okay. You're going to throw it away for it to come back. I'm going to do this actually over on the overhead, just this first one. Okay. So this is all free still. Okay. And this is where we are here. So you're going to throw the binding away. It's a boomerang. Throw it away like that. And what you want to do is make sure that this here is 90 degrees to this bit here. Okay, so really make sure, there's no point throwing it away if you're binding then is at a funny angle like this. Okay, can you see it's like that? You want it to be all straight. Okay, so this is nice and straight, 90 degree there. So throw it away and then it comes back to you. Okay, like that. And you want it to fold in line with the work. And if it's all lined up properly, these two pieces here should be in line as well. Okay. If you're new to this, put a pin in there just to hold that all nice and square. All of this will help later on, okay, and get you nice mitered corners. I'm going to start stitching up here. I'm going to make sure I back stitch and come all the way along, and I'm going to do the same corner. Now I'm not going to go, I'm going to stay on the machine camera to get this all the way round to the end quickly for you, okay? So, Sandra, last day at work tomorrow until the 6th of Jan. Looking forward to some sewing me time. Lights are flickering here. Hope you don't have a power cut. Oh no. No, I hope you don't have a power cut as well, lovely. That would not be fun. No, so we haven't done any food shopping yet. Phil will go and do that on Saturday while I'm in the shop. He'll go and get that done. We're going to his parents on Sunday to see his brothers and sister-in-laws and stuff and his mum and dad. And then Monday I'm going to see my mum and my sister, and hopefully the little ones will be well enough for me to be able to take them with me. So if not, it'll just be me going. Okay, so I'm just going to do that boomerang bit on camera. And like I said, I've done this lots, so I can kind of do it without overly measuring. There we go. All the way down like that. Yeah, Phil finishes, he's back up in London as usual, but he's home tomorrow, and then he's finishing on Friday, which means he doesn't go back to work till the 6th of Jan either, Sandra, which means he's going to be home for like 2 weeks. That is not going to be... I love him to death, you know I do, but we do not spend that much time together. He's been working away for like 15 years, so when he's home for any length of time, it ruins my routine. But it does mean I won't have to cook at all for about 2 weeks, which is good. There we go, all the way down, nearly there. Right the way along to here. And again, I'm doing that, stopping a 1/4 inch away, sewing off the end, and then we're going to boomerang it, and then I'm going to show you how to join it. And I'm sorry, I know this is going to be very dull for some of you who've seen this lots, but I just think for those of you who haven't, or maybe new to quilting still, this might be helpful. Ooh, tried to eat it then, don't eat it. There we go. Right, so I want to stop. I don't know if you can see, this is where I started here, okay, and I've just come off that corner. I'm going to stop about here, so about 1.5 inches, 2 inches away. I'm going to back stitch there. I'm going to break the thread, and we're going to go over to the overhead so that I can show you how I'm going to join it. Okay, so let me just tuck that back under. Because I stitched this down here to start with, this first bit here, it holds it all nice and flat, okay? Very often, if you don't, again, it's not something I've done until very recently, and somebody showed me this little TikTok, and I was like, oh, that's such a clever idea. Very often, so if you don't stitch that one down, and then you add this one in, and then stitch, very often you get like horrible little like rockle in there. But if you stitch this bit down here first, that doesn't tend to happen, which is a joy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my end, and I want it to overlap by about 1.5 inches. Okay, so about there. And I'm going to chop it off if I can find my scissors. I'm glad you're finding it useful, Sandra. Anyone else hopefully you're finding it useful. Was it Ed? I think you were saying that you struggle with binding. I'm hoping this will help you, lovely. So I'm going to tuck that in like that, and I want to tuck all of that in like that and make it all nice and neat. Okay, like that. So I've tucked it in between the other bindings, and I'm going to put a pin in there just to hold that nice and flat there. And then I'm going to start stitching back up here and come all the way down to where you can see, hopefully see my thread here. Okay, there we go. So back over. Are these panels in your shop? Yes, they are, lovely. They are in the shop and they're on the website. So we've got, you know, you can, if you're local, lovely, you can come into the shop and get one. If not, if you go onto our website, it's www.whitegeckocraftlounge.co.uk, and go into the Secret Sewing Club section, okay, and that will give you a, you can see all of these panels, and they're all reduced at the moment. So, Sharon, you found this really useful, realised you've not done binding this way, all perfect, but you're happy with the results. Oh, that's good, lovely, it's fine. Perfect timing, you've got a quilt to bind tomorrow. Oh, lovely. Really useful, you'll learn lots. Thanks, Ed, brilliant. Lovely, lovely. Right, okay, so that's now stitched all the way around. First thing you want to do is iron this, and iron this well, guys, okay? So, push it away from it and press. And press that really well. Make sure your iron's nice and hot on a cotton setting, and press it. And the other thing I like to do is press into the corner. So using the tip of the iron, just gently press into that corner. Okay. Now, there are thousands and thousands of binding tutorials out there. This is just how I do it, okay? There's no right and wrong way really to do it. This is just how I like to do it, okay? That was where my join is, my start and my finish, okay? And go into that one. So press this out really well. The neater you can do this little bit, the better it'll work. And then we can turn this to the back, okay? So I always flip the corner. So flip the corner first, like that, and flip those corners out, okay? Hopefully my miters have worked, and they have, which is always nice on a demo when things work as they should, okay? And then you can use binding clips. Now you could absolutely hand stitch these if you want to, okay? Go ahead, hand stitch them. I know, look, and I do enjoy the hand stitching of a binding, I really do. I tend to clip my long edges first, like this, okay? Leave the corners for a second. Just make sure. So what I'm doing is folding it against this edge here, okay, like that. There, there. And then I will deal with the corners in a second, because sometimes corners want to go one way and sometimes they want to go the other. So get these flat out first, like that. In fact, actually, I do think the binding takes longer than actually making the little mat. And then we're going to look at the corners. So hopefully you can, hopefully I'm on the close-up camera. I'm going to push this out like that. Okay, so I want this nice and flat, and then back over on itself. Okay, and hopefully, oh, look at that pattern. Can we just, I don't know if you can see it, that pattern match in there is perfect. That leaf is perfect. Perfect. And then I can do that and hold that down in place. Okay, I'm going to go across this side, and I kind of use my finger to push that out flat so you can see that 45-degree line. So down like that, and then fold it back on itself, and it should, the point then should meet here, okay, which is what you want if you want that nice neat miter. Okay, so push it out on itself like that to get that 45. You could press this, but I've got strong nails, so I tend to just finger press it a little bit, and then back on itself like that. Clip. And then you've got two options, well, three options for finishing this actually. You can hand stitch these, okay? You can hand stitch them all the way around. But if you were going to hand stitch, you could have done 2.5 inch binding, okay? You love it when your wrapping paper meets like that. And me, screenshot it. I should, shouldn't I? Can I show you? Can I show you it? Look, hang on. If I'm going to hold it right up to the camera, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see how beautifully that leaf matched up? I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I'm in the right place because there's a delay. But that leaf matched perfectly. I'm very, very pleased with that. That makes me happy. So anyway, back to how to finish them. You can hand stitch this in place just with a little invisible slip stitch. Hand stitch it. You can stitch from the back 1/4 inch all the way round. Now the thing with that is, if I put a pin in like that, so about, well, not 1/4 inch, top stitch, so 1/8 inch there, you will get another line of stitching all the way round your front piece. Okay, if that doesn't bother you, that's the easiest way to do it. Okay, it might, but that would bother me because it's too far away from my binding for me. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to shadow quilt about 1/8 inch away from that seam. You could stitch in the ditch. If you stitch in the ditch, you've got more of a flap here. Okay, you just got to go with it if that's how you want to do it. All right, but I like to go about 1/8 inch away so that it's not too far into the work. I'm going to go from about there, so that I'm going to stitch. I'm trying to hold this for you. I'm going to stitch about there all the way round. Okay, and what that does is, because I cut my binding bigger, you're definitely going to catch the back. you haven't got too much of a flap or a flange or anything there, okay? And I would absolutely do it in a coordinating thread, all right? So I wouldn't do it in a contrasting, because if you go slightly wonky, you will see it not only on the front, but you'll see it on your binding as well. So I'm going to change mine to a red so that it sits all the way round. Because I've got a little bit of red in these fabrics, that's what I would go with. I wouldn't go with the green or a black. It's going to be too stark on this fabric. But because I've got red in these other ones, a little red line running all the way round, and you won't see it on the back, on the binding, will work nicely. So let me just see if I've got a red thread ready done over here, and I'll quickly... oh, I don't think I've got any red thread here. I think it's in the other... Oh, I have. There we go. Let me just very quickly change my thread. All right. Hi, and wow. Thanks, lovely. That's really kind of you to say. Hi, Marion. How are you, loves? That's really good. See, that's lush for you to say that. It makes me happy. It makes it feel like we're doing something worthwhile when people enjoy what we're doing. And I'm nearly there. I know this has been a really long demo, but we're kind of trying... Why is this not thread? Come on. I'm not going to do the whole thing. There we go, got it. I won't do the whole thing. I'll just do a little bit for you. Oh, come on. No, it's because I'm trying to go quickly. Oh, there we go. My machine did not want to thread then. And I'm going to put a red on the bottom as well. I know this is a mega long session, guys, but I wanted to show you the whole thing if I could. Okay, so bobbing in just really quick. We're going to do just a little bit. I won't do the whole thing so you can see what I mean. Okay, so now I'm going to use the edge of my foot here like that as my guide. So I'm going to keep this inner edge here on the seam so that I'm stitching about 1/8 of an inch away. I'm going to come all the way down this one side. I'll just go around the corner for you and then I'll show you, and then I'll finish this off camera, okay? And there we go, all the way down like that. Taking the binding clips off as I go. When I get to the edge here, okay, now again, I know that little piece of my foot there is my turning point, so that's hit the binding. You need to learn your own machine with things like that, okay? Which points of your foot. There we go. I'll just do that bit for now, okay? Just so you can see. Over we go. You're loving the demo, not too long by any means. That's all right, my lovely. It's nice to be back. So by using that contrasting thread, I'm trying to... I did do this as a close-up, but it's still probably not close enough. You can see you've just got that little line of stitch in there, which I don't mind at all, and it's hitting just here on the binding, okay? So you have got a little bit of a flap, but that doesn't bother me. If it does bother you, just cut 2.5 inches, okay? 2.5 inches rather than 3. I would rather cut 3 and have that little flap on there so that, particularly on something like a machine thing, so I don't miss it. Because that way, if you cut 2.5 inches, you're stitching right on this very edge here, and you've only got to go slightly wonky, and you'll miss the binding, and then you've got to go back in and correct it. This won't affect it working, okay? You've got no raw edges showing or anything, all right? And you've got a nice, neat finish. So hopefully that helped, my darling. Sorry, that was a really long demo, but hopefully that helped. And these little mats, genuinely, you could... I mean, it's taken me an hour, but that's with me chattering away and doing all the advent and all, first of all. Genuinely, about 1.5 hours to make one of these. It doesn't have to be Christmas. Like I said, it could be anything. But what a lovely little present. You could buy a really cute mug, maybe fill it with some chocolates, or maybe they're like coffee addicts and you could get some nice coffee pods or something to go in them. Or as a little present, I just think is really cute. Okay, so that's the last demo of 2024. Good grief, I think we've done about 300, no, not quite, 250 I think it was, demos this year. But that's the last one of 2024 because we've got the open evening tomorrow, which there is a 15% off code on the website for tomorrow between 6 and 9. 15% off in the shop. There's also a raffle and stuff going on in the shop and everything, okay? So please do join us if you can. I will try and go live about 7 o'clock so you can virtually join in, okay, and say hello to everybody. I'm hoping Sian's coming over to see us as well. I'm hoping she's going to be joining us. Depends on, she's very busy bunny at work in the minute, so I don't know if she will be able to, but I hope she will. And we will set out. So we shut the shop on Saturday, and then we don't reopen until the 2nd of January. So if you order during the Christmas period, all your orders will be going out on the 2nd of January. However, I do have Secret Sewing Club on the 29th of December between 2 and 5. It's going to be a pyjama party. We're all going to be in our gym jams because it's that time of year, isn't it, where actually nobody wants to go out. You've got to try and get ready for New Year. Everyone just has a lazy day. So we're all going to do it in our gym jams. So that's what we're going to do. So no more White Gecko lives now until 2025. But, well, there'll be the live from the shop tomorrow night, but no more demos, I'm afraid. And then we will see you, I'll see you here in the new year. We'll see you tomorrow on the live for the open evening. And then hopefully I'll see some of you for Secret Sewing Club as well. Oh, there's lots going on. Lots going on. Take care, my darlings. If I don't see you again on any of the other lives, Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas, whatever you're doing, whoever you spend it with. Sorry. I have still got a bit of a cough. Marilyn, you didn't catch the discount. It's not being published till tomorrow, Marilyn. Okay, keep an eye on our socials, and the discount will be between 6 and 9 in the evening only, but the code will go up during the day. Okay. Wonder what Sasha will have on. I've no idea. She better be wearing jammers. I don't know if I'm on with Sasha actually. I might be. I can't remember, but she better be wearing jammers. So yeah, Merry Christmas, my darlings, and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you all in 2025. Take care. Bye.